already has that stardom. He already has it going.
So
That
I don't
going.
know, but the thing that whatchamacallit did with him,
Oh, what?
he when whatchamacallit called him out, um, who was it? Black Ron had called him out
Oh, for
and
real?
did a whole post and everything, and like people were responding to it, and he hit him up and was like, no, he's really like trying to do it the legit way. So I think he's picking and choosing maybe when to be sassy and when not to be, because
I say. But maybe like, and plus on top of that, like I mean, he's putting on comedy shows. Normally, when you're brand new in the game, you don't just throw a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? So that is already showing that you're not following the you want to call, like, the I guess you want to say the steps in the process, maybe, because
Right.
you
I don't
starting
know,
out.
because I know a lot of newbies who throw it because they're they're in the mindset of I'm creating the business as a whole, and they're not going to wait on other people.
But
Yeah,
don't you think you should hit like a mic before you decide that that's what I'm gonna go on stage and throw a comedy show?
he's been hitting mics though. So I talked
Yeah,
to
he
someone in New
definitely. I
York, and
saw
someone
some.
told me that they legitimately saw him like trying.
Mhm. Yeah, I've
So
seen where he's got like little snippets of him in, like, different comedy clubs and things like that. But that's a whole nother thing. Like, you getting on stages that a new comic would never get on, but you are who you are, which affords you that opportunity to get onto them things. Because ain't nobody walking in off the street and say, "Hey, I'm a new comic. I just started comedy 2 days ago. Let me get on tonight." They're gonna look at you like, "What? That's not happening." No, bro, but you are who you are, so I definitely understand. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's the
But
difference is
hey y'all, we just chopping it up. We forgot. I didn't forget that y'all was here. I just thought y'all needed to get some of that raw conversation. But
oh
what's
Lord,
going on? This is your girl comedian Stiletto. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me properly introduce
I need
the
to.
show. First and
Oh,
foremost, this is Cocktail and Convo. It is Tuesday. That's right. It's 2/2/22. It is Tuesday. It is, I know, International Margarita Day. It is Taco Tuesday, but it is Cocktail and Convo Tuesday. And so you already know how we get down. We bring our cocktails, you bring your cocktails, we bring the convo, and y'all interact with the convo, and it's great. This is what we're doing. We appreciate everybody tuning in each and every week. Thank you so very much for all tuning in. All with, I'm a mute some people. So I can say. So we thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I'm so sorry. We're all getting situated, getting our stuff together. But while we're all doing that, I just want to let you guys know next Friday is the Stiletto Experience, the Stiletto Show, my big birthday bash. I am so super excited, super psyched. I have so many, oh my goodness, so many surprises, so many. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't even talk, right? And I haven't even been drinking yet. That may be half the problem. I must drink in order to speak a whole sentence without messing up. No, really. But be in the building. If you don't have your tickets, get your tickets. We will be giving away 2 tickets this evening as well as a thank you for always tuning in each and every Tuesday. So if you don't have your tickets, make sure that you might get some tonight, but you can also go to Stiletto 40ish. Yep. .eventbrite.com or contact me directly for special group rates and birthday parties and things like that. It is a Pisces bash. So come out and celebrate. Hey, light skin. Hey, David. How are you, my love? Coming all the way from Cali to join us this evening. We've got some great topics. If you're interested in being a person on the show, I guess that would be a person, then come and talk to us. Now, without further ado, I have my co-pilots in the building. Well, not in my building, but in their building and in their space. So, without further ado, you already know this young lady. She leads. Wait, am I echoing? I'm so sorry. Um, this young lady needs no introduction, and this young man, I'm gonna bring them both because I did it by accident, so I might as well go with it. So,
Lord,
Wallace, you already know Queen Ray and 80 proof. What's going on, Queen? I'll start with you and then I'll go to 80.
what's up? What's up? What's up? I don't even know what I was about to say with that. I'm so like my light is doing whatever the fuck it wants to do right now.
You
I'm
know
like
she a photographer. She
high
can't.
yellow, and then I'm dark, and then I'm yellow again.
That's all right.
But yes, we are here at the Kocktailz Konvo. I actually have this drink. I don't remember the young lady's name, so I'm gonna probably get my hand smacked. But it's a tipsy tiki bar, and this is like a Hennessy punch. When I tell you this shit is the bomb.
That's why your light is on because you've been sipping that tiki, that
Well, I'm
Hennessy.
not in my chair today. I'm in my bed
Oh,
again,
that's all right. Ain't no
cause
problem.
you know, and the roll over, roll over.
I think I'm being real hood because I did not have time to really get what I wanted to drink. So I am drinking what do they call it? Thought juice. I'm drinking a lime marita.
Hey,
I'm like, yeah, going hard because it's Taco Tuesday, Margarita Day. I thought I'd get a lot. Of course, with I added tequila
I
to
could
that.
use some tacos too.
Yeah, tacos
That's
sound
my
good.
fat girl talking.
That sound good as hell. But we also have my main man, 80 proof in the building. We're holding it down for the fellas this evening. What's going on, 80 proof?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Cocktails and Convo. How are y'all feeling out there tonight? I hope y'all are ready. We got our words. We got our drinks. We got our twos. Hella deuces going off tonight. You know what I'm saying? Five twos on deck tonight. So thank y'all for tuning in. We are your favorite group of mass debaters here tonight, ready to come to you with a mass view of point of views.
Okay. I mean, I don't I don't know if I want to take the title, but I love listen, if you love Grown Zone, I want you to think about what Mel just said. Grown Zone is coming up later on because we're gonna talk about masturbation, but that's not a whole nother topic. If you got you listen, that's right. We're gonna talk about it because I had never mind. All right, so listen. I'm not even gonna go into it because if I get into it, it's gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? If I get into it, it's gonna get into it. So
Go
we're not even
down.
gonna do that. Yeah. So we're not even gonna do that. So Mel, wait a minute. It's Black History Month. Okay. We cannot forget Black History Month. First and foremost, thank you so much for anybody and everybody that is celebrating Black History Month. Putting up those posts. I've seen a lot of posts on social media just sharing information in regards to people and that have been influencing all around the world of color and all that great jazz and adding to the culture that we know of as today. So for all of our ancestors that paved the ways before us, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey to everybody. Hey, Bertina, Derek, David, Ella, hey all y'all. Hey y'all, good evening. Good evening. This is the
Good
interactive
evening.
podcast, Cocktail and Convo. Like I said, Queen Ray, I don't. We got to think of a question. Put it that ask someone to win 2 tickets to this wonderful show called The Stiletto Experience happening on March the 4th, which is Friday. Make sure that you get your tickets. It's going to be crazy. You don't want to wait till the last minute because tickets are flying, okay? And don't hit me up when you're mad that it's sold out. I ain't be like, listen, you had time, so you might as well get them now. Um, yeah. So I think we'll save the ticket giveaway towards the end, but we have a question for you and you'll have to answer. And if you get it right, you get the tickets. But
Maybe.
Mel, you said maybe. Mel, I'm hoisting up my red cup because I know you have a segment called Blackest of Black History.
That's
What's
exactly right. This is our Black History Month closer. And we did that. We had a few options to throw out, to try to close it out. We of course we had Janae Palmer, who was Ray Rice's wife, with that $1 million chin, who showed us that at times to raise a family, you have to be able to take one on the chin. And she did not make the cut. We also had another candidate who was Ray Caruth, who did more for Planned Parenthood in the Carolinas and throughout the whole Bible Belt in the South. But he too did not make the cut. Pick somebody tonight who had a direct effect on civil change and who was semi-current. The young lady's name is Maria Vanessa Perez, rather better known as V. Steviano, who, if you don't know who that is, was the ex-girlfriend of Donald Sterling, who had the racist comments who got the basketball team sold. And the reason why she is so significant is because you have to understand what she did in order to get change made. She made the tape, yes, but a lot went into that. She was already dealing with the dude and pimping him out for Range Rovers and for Lamborghinis. But again, to get that, she had to put in more struggle to suck that old 80-year-old's balls. That brother had those balls have been around through all of our trivial times as Black history, from Selma to the Martin Luther King shooting, to the Kennedy assassination, to hell, even the Ronald Reagan shooting. He was around for all of that. O.J. Simpson's trial, everything. So what she was able to do is cajole those old balls into her entrapment in order to make civil change for us that we can say today that we recognize these owners for who they are, but she put it all on blast, forcing the NBA to make a change and recognize and state exactly what we always thought, which was that these people owned us and thought that we were slaves just like them. Through her being a mistress and being a third party to that, she was able to have him sell that team and force change for us today. And that's why I think we should pay more respect to V. Stiviano, who, thanks to her cajoling those old ass balls, was able to get the NBA and the other players to take a stand and even had the nerve to put them to shut down a whole playoff game when they refused to take the court. So that's why I tip my drink off to tonight in our Black History moment.
Jesus.
You're like 80 proof too with the Black History segment. Somebody said, listen, Marcus said, Mel, you're gonna give out last year's show tickets. Yo, Franklin said, yeah. Marcus is also saying this is not Black History. This is nigga. Never forget. Oh my gosh. I did not, I knew, but I didn't know, you guys. Only 80 proof. Only 80 proof.
Let us not forget those who paved the way.
But since we're talking about Black history, do you hear about the fact that they want to take the autobiography of Michelle Obama and other great Black leaders and people, biographies and autobiographies out of schools because they feel as though, I thought Superhead was funny. Thank you so much. Out of schools because they are saying that it makes other races of people feel bad. They were saying with Michelle Obama, her book, her autobiography makes young white girls feel bad. Queen, talk to me.
They just want to erase us so bad, but we're here. It's just it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. It's like we asking is to be recognized, and they want to take it away. Like, and the thing is half the stuff that they do, half of the history that is there is we contributed to it. Like we're creators. Like, what is it? If you have an ounce of brown or black in you, you brown and black anyway. So half of them are our brothers and sisters. They just don't even know it. This shit is crazy. Like, why? She made a huge impact, and it wasn't just to Black people. She was focused on youth. She was focused on, education. That's across the board. So you want to erase something that was positive that even young little white girls could probably look to as a woman doing just great things, tremendous things. And what?
Right. And just like Marcus is saying, being hung by a lynch mob also feels bad. Yeah, Derek is saying fuck them. And that we made them. Also, yeah. Also, if people, the whole Michelle Obama, what is it, First Lady? I think the movie is called, or what they're doing with what's the young lady playing her? Oh my goodness.
Hillary Duff.
No, what
is it? Tiki?
No. Oh my gosh. I just drew a blank. Who is playing her? The lady that played in Broken Fences or what did I say? Broken Fences. That played in Fences with Denzel. Oh my goodness. What is the name?
Viola?
Viola Davis, thank you. Viola Davis is playing Michelle Obama in the bio called First Lady. And a lot of
That's
people are like,
interesting.
she doesn't look like Michelle Obama. Why is she playing Michelle Obama? Why? Hillary Duff, really? I hate you so much. That's how I
Right.
felt right.
Right.
But like, she doesn't look like her. And I'm just like, shut up. Just shut up. I'm like, did
There's a
listen,
couple people that don't look like who they played.
right. Denzel didn't look like Malcolm X either, but by the end of Malcolm X, you thought he was Malcolm X, okay? All right.
Denzel kind of look like Malcolm X though.
He
But
does
who didn't look like who they look like is
not.
Lawrence did not look like
Oh,
who did Tina Turner, Ike Turner. He definitely did not look like Ike Turner.
but are you saying that Denzel looked like Malcolm X?
He looked
Malcolm X
more like
looked
that than Will Smith looked like Muhammad Ali.
He didn't look exactly like him, but he was close.
what? Are you saying? If, chime in with your comments if you think
If you
that
take the picture, the cover of where they have
like
Malcolm X
Malcolm
with
X.
the glasses and put it next
Malcolm
to
X
Malcolm
has
X.
a different nose shape. Do you think we all look alike, Queen? We, what?
No, they don't, because they're not the same person. They're not gonna look exactly alike. But he favored him. Like he looked believable as that part.
Derek said Denzel looked like him. I don't agree with you. I disagree with the fact that he looked like him. He did not. I think the way that he acted in the role made you see Malcolm through him, but he does not look like Malcolm X. Pull a picture of Malcolm X up, pull a picture of Denzel Washington up, put them side by side. You cannot tell me that they look the same.
In that movie. But I think that white people, and I'll say that specifically, are mad that they can't erase us the way they did the Native American. Like if
Ah,
you don't live in a town or in a city where there's Native Americans at, you better hope you live in a town where there's a football team that talk about them, because otherwise they are just ghosts. Like who the hell knows the Iroquois from the Blackfoot to a black, you know what I'm saying, to a Cherokee? Nobody knows, and I think that they have done a good job in able to only represent them in cowboy movies and put them in only very small stereotypes of themselves. So I think that they are mad that we are constantly putting out information where we would not be forgotten. And I think that for them to say they feel bad, I say to feel these balls, because we all feel the same way, and that's what I think. So I'm not for anybody's feelings when it comes down to the truth. I mean, to sit up there and say that the truth hurts is to say as opposed to what. So I think that that's really what it's all about. They go out of our way to whitewash our history. That's why you don't see representation of of us as far as being in like the studios. I mean, you see us now. We have to fight for that. Whereas you don't have a representation of like even Asian Americans. They brought them Asians over there, had them find that rice up and along the railroad tracks, where they cut through those same towns of Native Americans. And those people, those groups, they go out of their way to whitewash as if we're not really here, as if we're just tourists. So I think that it's important for people to recognize exactly what they're trying to do. And if you don't think that it can happen, ask the Native American, oh, wait, you can.
right, but is it just the fact that we, as as black people, are not sticking together in regards to what we won't accept? Like if you look at it, Whoopi Goldberg was taken off of the show for 2 weeks. I think she was suspended for saying that the Holocaust was not racist. Okay, she didn't say it didn't happen. She didn't say anything besides it was not racist. It was humanity versus inhumanity versus humanity. All this other stuff, but nothing
Right.
that I felt as though, and this is my opinion, could be considered something that she should have been suspended for 2 weeks for. But because the Jewish community does not stand for that, they a lot of times run entertainment in the entertainment industry and things of that nature and stood together as one, they're not going to have it. Asians, when they came to it, like, no, they had a whole little saying, no, no violence against Asians. Like it was a big, big thing. You know what I mean? And every other race, they'll jump on it and jump together. But us as a people, we have a hard time getting together and standing firmly on an ideal or something that we believe is incorrect or wrong. You got other people saying it's not that bad, and then you have some people saying, "Oh, well, I don't care," and then you have other people saying, "Oh, fight for this," and you know what I mean. We're always
I
very divided.
mean, we need to recognize what our place is. Like you want to like just think about this for a second. The celebration of St. Patrick's Day, the celebration of Cinco de Mayo, the celebration of all of these pagan holidays that bring about all of these forms of commercialism, and there's no type of Toyota-thon for Black History Month. There's no type of Starbucks savings for Black History Month. You need to recognize exactly what's happening. They gave us a month as if to show face, but
Right.
there's no type of everything else. They sit up there and they try to pimp to whatever they want to pimp love for Valentine's Day. They
Uh-huh.
pimp every single thing. But there's a reason why they hate the fact that we have these 28 days. It's not recognized anywhere else outside of when you even mention it. So I
Right.
think that it's up for us to take notice and take action. We could easily have a Black History Month sales amongst our own community, amongst our own selves to promote our own businesses. That's something that can happen. But come Oktoberfest, we'll all be celebrating German heritage. It's just going to happen.
Right. And I think that you said that the prime example is I saw so many posts about National Margarita Day.
Right.
Right. I didn't even know it was a thing, but so many brown people jumped on it. Oh, we celebrating things of that nature. But when it comes to talking about Black History Month, that or celebrating it, or putting, like you said, commercials, sales, drink specials, I don't know, all of that good stuff out there, that doesn't happen. Montreal Anthony is just joining us from the 1-5, and look at that shirt. Okay. um
All,
I'm
all the
not
way, all the way from the
Don't come for
suburbs.
my shirt.
not coming for your shirt. I was just saying I'm not used to seeing you out of the bathroom and having clothes on. So that is very interesting, because you usually have like the hoodie on or something like that. But you are, I don't know where you've been or where you're going, but welcome to the show. We're talking about your favorite topic, history and Black history. Two things that we know you absolutely love.
Black history and history. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We're definitely talking about the fact
This,
that
this
that
wasn't
they're trying
officially
to
your topic.
ban autobiographies and biographies of great Black leaders and things of that nature, saying that hey, it hurts people's feelings for kids to learn about those people and have the autobiographies about like Michelle Obama, that hurts young white girls' feelings and things of that nature. What do you think about that, Montreal?
It hurt young white girls.
I
Have
can
a
barely hear you, Montreal. Lift your phone up. I think it's on the speaker, sweetie.
you say it hurts young white girls' feelings to have to see a autobiography about black folks.
About like Michelle Obama, for example, they're trying to remove her autobiography from schools and the libraries in schools and things like that in the syllabus.
Um,
Just for an example.
I think people should have more shit, more time on their hand, like to remove
That's not-
a story that can actually like I see me, y'all know I don't do color, but for Michelle Obama, I always thought she was a powerful woman. I always thought
yeah, well,
Michelle Obama was really like not even for culture for she was for the culture, not even for color. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand why do people always gotta put color in it? You know what I mean? If you look at her message and you listen to Michelle Obama, she was for all. You know what I'm saying? She was most definitely trying like to elevate, and then when people do that, like nitpick little dumb shit like that, why?
Uh-huh.
Because she a black woman, because she the you mean she like that don't make sense. Like when you really sit back and look at it, like, come on, really ask yourself this question: why you're attacking somebody who helps all women across the board?
but that's
Like
just
that
it though.
don't
The,
make
the key
sense.
word is the key word is women. I mean, again, we're still talking about abortion as if it's not a woman's right. Women got the right to vote in 1966. Michelle Obama isn't just a powerful black woman; she's a powerful woman. So a lot of
Yeah.
women felt empowered by her message, regardless of what the race was. And so, in a country that's 51% women, it's fearful for those who feel like their power is being pushed out. So
Right.
that's what the
There
danger is.
But there are other books that are being pulled from the shelves, Sojourner Truth, or I mean Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. There are, I can go on and on all over the country, and we are not hearing about it because of course the media is not putting it out there saying, hey, this is what's happening. But it's happening all over, where they're pulling all of these history books that have to do with black, great blacks, whether So inventions and things of that nature, they don't want to eat. Like Mel said, they want to erase if, as much as they can possibly erase.
How
Um,
about
thing
how
that
about we do this for a change? Let them take away what they think they can take away, and let's do this shit all over again. That's put new books in there with new people to read about. That's put new people. I think that we as a people are so stagnated and not putting the next person up. Now I get it. Dr. Martin King, Malcolm X, all them guys did their role. They did their part in their era, and I think we missed like I really believe this, and I'm a firm believer of it. It's like let's tell the next story. Let's get to the next story. Let's tell the story of the next guy. You feel me? Like you got the Barack Obama now. He the new thing. You got the Michelle Obama, and you try and pull the. I get the old books. I get that. I get that. You can take them off the shelf. But if you're gonna take the books off the shelf and y'all gonna cry about it, if you put enough books on there, eventually they can't take them all off.
But
Keep
like you
putting books
said,
on
Well,
there.
and take a book with
well,
George Washington Carver and say, just take that one. That's fine. We don't ever need to know who created anything. Like none of our inventors,
No, create
nobody.
something. Keep creating. Keep creating. George Washington Carver ain't gonna stop there. Keep creating. If they wanna wipe that out, okay, put the next one in there. Keep going. Eventually, what they're gonna have to do,
ain't
they're
nobody.
gonna have to realize that they can't take us off the shelf.
Well,
They're
I,
gonna have to
I
realize that.
agree with you. But what if for like example, if the same thing that they're writing about is still current now? If somebody was writing about free agency in the NFL back in '86 and they're still having that same issue today, it's not the fact that the book is old; it's the fact that the issue hasn't been resolved. So I mean, I can agree with what you're saying, but if those books are directly impacting or facing what we're facing right now, then they're still validated by then. I think that to sit there and say because they're old, as if they're old and they don't pertain to what's happening, is not accurate. But there are a lot of
I
stuff that is
thought
in those books. It's still the same fight that was in those books. We're still having.
Right, and I'm
So
just going to
I
read just a
mean,
little bit of this comment. School teachers, they're teaching useless information at this point. The history that they teach, always shows black boys and girls how weak and broken the people were and portrayed in throughout history. And feel free to read the rest of that comment. Thank you so much, Franklin. It's a lot. It's very read that if you
the
yeah.
funny thing
yeah,
about
you
that
but,
comment.
but you have to do
Pe-
that though. I mean, my fault,
pe-
profile. Sorry. Go ahead.
people always want to. This is the thing that always blow me about African American black folks, however you want to call them. Y'all want to talk so much about the culture of Africa, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like we never taught the history of Zulu. What is the history of Zulu going to do with us in America? Like that. Stop ignoring where we at in our place in life.
That's not
That
what he's
stop
saying.
acting like. First of all, we have no ties
That's not
with
what he's saying.
anything over in Africa. No
That's
ties.
not what
I
he's
don't
saying.
anyway. Y'all know how I feel about that. I
A
had no
lot of
ties with nothing
resources
in
that
Africa.
come from
So for
Africa.
me to learn anything about Zulu, what did that benefit
No,
me?
what he was saying,
That's not what he's
what
saying.
I'm getting from that is that he's saying instead of depicting, black people as weak and submissive and don't stand up, you're giving them stories of fighters. Like, the Zulu Nation, they were fighters, they were kings, they were queens, things for you to hold your head up and be proud about.
Oh, okay.
That kind of changing
Yeah,
the
like think about
narrative from you're a slave, you're just being beat, and then constantly putting that into the
Right.
psyche of our
so
children
like
and say, "Oh, we fought. Look at Haiti. Look at this. Look at that. Stuff like that."
so
Go
like
ahead, Mel.
bonfire right now they redoing a movie with Abraham Lincoln. When we were
Right.
coming up, it was a big thing. It was a big thing for them to have Jesse James films, where Jesse James, of
Right.
course, fought to keep slavery. The point of it is
Right.
the fact that we grew up with all these historians that are built on strength, but they're not us. Shaka Zulu was that. So he's not saying what did he do then. He's saying that
Right.
the movies that depict of strength that we have here are of them, but they don't do the same. We don't have the same thing for us where we don't have a history to grow up and look up to Shaka Zulu or look up to those great nations of the past. That's what he's saying.
Right. But understand this, and I'm gonna read this comment, and I want to answer this comment. If you don't learn your history, bro, you're bound to repeat it. Black history is very important. This is the funny thing about Black history, and everybody say Black history is very important. Do y'all not understand it's crazy to me that people like, yeah, Black history is very important. I have not yet one time in my life read anything in Black history that helped me in modern times. Nothing. And I'm not going against it. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. Do what you do. Rock out with your cock out. I'm just telling you how I feel. I feel like this. If we keep worrying about what happened, I'm a firm believer. Y'all, people, think about this. The month of February, we talk about a bunch of dead motherfuckers. Elevate. That's elevate. That's put a new perspective on this shit. That's make Black History Month about the motherfuckers here that we can celebrate. That's make this shit whole thing. It's like everything is in the narrative. When our strongest, think about it, our strongest support, everything somebody said on here was about shit back in time. What about now?
Michelle Obama is not dead. Michelle Obama is not dead.
No. I'm not talking about Michelle Obama.
I'm not talking about people. No, you just said everything that we done talked about on here is about a bunch of dead people.
No.
Actually started off of Michelle Obama, who's very much alive and very much current and very much Black and very much paving history.
No, what I'm saying is, if you look at it, when we speak Black History Month, 9 times out of 10, when people speak Black history and they start talking Black history, it's not current shit.
Okay.
It's shit from back then. And it's like, bro, I get it.
Wait a minute. No. You don't get it. You don't get it. You know, you're not doing that, y'all. The word is called history. It isn't called Black Current Month. It isn't called Black New News Month.
Think about
it's called Black History Month. If you want your own month to talk about current times, then you get Black October, current October. That's what you do. You don't sit there and come for a month that's already been established. Like, yo, that's crazy.
You know, let me tell you what's crazy. Let me tell you what's crazy. Yo, I was watching this.
But it's literally Black History Month. And you're gonna say, how dare we talk about Black history?
I get it. It's Black History Month. I was just watching a movie. You feel me? And the movie I was watching
you wore that shirt to the movies?
No. I didn't go to the movies. I was watching the movie, and I was watching the Frank Lucas movie. You feel me? And I looked at that movie and I'm like, damn, bro. Like, we always want change, but it's the same fucking pattern. Our whole situation is the same pattern. So I'm like, yo, you know the only thing we ain't do different? The only one thing we ain't do different as a whole, I'm gonna get into this Black thing, that's what we holding at. As a whole Black culture, the only thing we haven't never done different, yo, we never took control and changed the narrative. It's like, yo, we let these people put in control what we talk about.
Narrative. When he was talking about Zulu Nation and changing the narrative and stop showing our children that
Zulu Nation. Zulu Nation.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Because you don't know history.
What is Zulu Nation? What is Zulu Nation gonna do for somebody now? What is Zulu Nation gonna do for somebody now?
Well,
that's what the Black Panther is going to do. What is knowing the history of the Black Panther movement going to do?
It does nothing right now.
Guess what it does? Guess what it does? It shows you where free lunches and free breakfasts
came
in the school system today.
It does nothing.
It will not be even a factor. That's
it does nothing. The Black Panthers had that earn their movement.
I would agree with you, but you're missing the point. The point of it is just like they're constantly bringing up in our faces all of these movies to bring up their white history all the time. The point of it is the fact that we don't have a history of our own to go back to. So, for instance, if we were aware when we were younger of the Zulu Nation, just like they're redoing Abraham Lincoln, we would be doing Shaka Zulu. It's the image that was placed at the time. Nobody's saying that it's current now. What we're saying is being deprived of that knowledge then is a whole different outlook, because if that was the case, they wouldn't constantly make movies over and over again about discovering America. How many times have they made the movie about discovering America? How many times have they made these movies because of the fact? That's you're missing the entire point of it. So it's always movies up of history. I'm not.
They control what they want us to see. They control what they want us to hear. We have to follow suit of what they put out there.
Can you read the comment for me, Montreal, please?
But if it wasn't for them dead people we talking about in Black history, we wouldn't probably be able to do the point of doing exactly what we are doing now. Bruh, Black history have nothing to do about your current life. Real shit.
All right,
Just keeping it real.
we got to close out on that one. That's
Right.
all.
I can't
History
even
have
I can't-
nothing
I
to
don't even
do
wanna be a
about
part of
your
the
current
conversation.
life.
Okay, so let's
Nothing.
go into this next topic. We're gonna go into this next topic because it kind of spins off of this whole situation that we're talking about right here. Mel, you were talking about credit earlier. What was that topic in regards to credit that we said we want to throw out here?
So I saw something that was kind of interesting in regards to whether or not that people felt that credit was racist, was it systemically racist. And what they go into is the fact that we all have a credit score, but we don't all know how that credit score is built up and what consists of it. And when you think about the long stemming pattern of Black people being turned down for loans and mortgages and business loans, and then what goes into accounting your credit score is once you bought a house, once you bought a car, once you had bought appliances. But the same criteria that would make you a good person to the bank for your mortgage doesn't count in regards to if you have a landlord. So your rent payments that you make every single month, you show that you made 128 rent payments. Any bank is satisfied with that, but it doesn't count towards your credit score. So therefore, there's not a way for them to know that history. If you've never had your BG&E shut off, your utilities don't count towards your credit score. So a lot of the things that we take part in every single day is deprived in regards to our credit score. And therefore our wealth and everyone's wealth is built on land and house ownership. So when you don't have a way to build a credit score because the apartment you've been in for the last 7 years, you never missed, doesn't count. And the bank has turned you down. You don't have a way to build your credit and a way to build your credit score going forward. So and I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, that's why it is kind of hard for you to build your credit because a lot of the things you might have your Verizon bill, but it doesn't count towards your credit.
But it counts against your credit when you.
But it counts against your credit, just like your student loans. Your student loans, a lot of the people who get federal aid are of lower income. Well, those loans count against you. They don't have nothing to do if you pay them back. But if you don't pay your student loans back, that counts against you, which again decreases your chance of ownership for a business for taking out a loan from any type of bank or whatever. And if you do, the interest can be so high because you haven't effectively built established credit. And that's the word that they use. They always call it established credit, as if your money didn't count when it was credited towards your bills.
Okay. Montreal Anthony, this statement here I think is for you, bro. Queen, can you read that for us? Can you see it?
Let's see. Have to teach that strength, my guy. We have nothing else to connect to that benefits us outside of that. What else can our kids connect to that shows them strength?
Montreal, you on mute. I don't know how you got on mute. But
listen,
yeah, there you go.
Listen, we're gonna keep it all the way 100. We're gonna keep it all the way G. So basically, I hear what you're saying. You did? Yo, if our kids would take in the Black history that y'all want to put in and install in them, and they took the value of what y'all saying, yo, we wouldn't be in this predicament the day we in. We wouldn't be where we at now as a people. You did? Because remember, the generations, the next generation take over from the next generation. So all this shit y'all installing them with this Black history shit, what does it really mean when they out there living the real world? You feel me? So it's a difference when you be like, install this in them. Yo, no, I guarantee you, your kid, I don't know if you had kids, but none of y'all kids right now really give a fuck about that shit. They don't. They care about what's in front of them now. Times has changed. We gotta change with it. We gotta involve with it. I understand what y'all want to hold on to. You gotta understand we 40 and older.
Wait a minute. Montreal, that's like
comes from knowing your history.
My kids might not give a fuck about what struggles I went through in order for them to have what they have, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to not tell them what I went through, what took place, what I had to experience. Just like we're talking about credit right now, I'm going to tell my kids, yo, don't do this. Let's not do that. This is the mistake I made. This is the history. It don't have to be at 300 years ago. It can be right now.
They're gonna listen to you. Listen, they're gonna listen. They have a connection with you. You their mother. They see it. A motherfucker they don't know. I'm just hearing this. This guy, somebody you telling me about. I don't know this motherfucker. What do I care about somebody I had no connection with? What do I care? I'm being honest with you. I never gave a fuck about none of them. Black Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, none of them. They never was a value in my life.
But you
and
like
my
Donald
life
Trump.
never. My life was never.
But you look and say Donald Trump is a smart businessman based on the history of his businesses. That's what we.
I never said he was a smart. I never say he was a smart businessman.
You don't like Donald Trump?
No, I think he's very entertaining.
I say we can go back.
Like, no, right. I said he's very entertaining. I never say he's a smart businessman.
Mel, we'll go back to the barbershop. I recall you talking about Donald Trump saying.
I said he was very entertaining. I like him because he's very entertaining.
He's a businessman. He's making smart business moves.
I never say he made smart business moves. I say he was entertaining.
Listen, if y'all want to believe what I'm saying to you, go on to
and the thing of it is.
And listen, the thing of it is, talk about Donald Trump and how much he looks up to him because it's like, yo,
listen. If anybody looked up to Donald Trump's alive, Donald Trump is alive. Donald Trump did manipulate the motherfucking system.
Exactly,
like he did.
So, like I
this
said,
shit he done did.
You don't know him.
I don't, but I can see the shit. I can see the progress he made. I can see the progress he fucking made. He alive. He doing shit actually today. Versus the motherfucker that you didn't ever. You don't even know what they. You don't even really know what their real values is. These I know what this motherfucker how where he stand at.
But Montrell, don't you understand that their history can be told through the mouths of people that were there? So say your mother is telling you about the history of your grandparents. You've come on the show plenty of times and told us that your grandparents they had land here and they did that.
I don't live. I don't hold that to. I don't hold that to value.
Passing that down to you as far as knowledge and history.
I don't hold that to value to me though. It's a nice story, but that don't change who I am as I am today. Like the thing of it is, everybody acting like it's so important to know black. It's not important.
But you watch Frank Lucas and walked away saying we don't do that enough as people. Wait a minute, how you? That's the history.
I watched Frank Lucas not saying no. I watched Frank Lucas saying I watched Frank Lucas saying what is the fucking purpose of trying to teach him shit and nothing changes.
Okay, I got
nothing changes.
I think that the problem is that you look at history as a passing of a burden. Instead of a passing of a torch. So I think that's what the torch. No. What I said is that's how you look at it. I would tell you that personally, I go out of my way to make sure that I explain to my son the challenges that we have, the progress that we made, those who fought the fight. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just have my son just to go on the basis of just Martin Luther King. We went way deeper than that. So the purpose of Black history is for everyone to take the same opportunity that you should already be doing outside. Because every day that you are a father, you are exhibiting Black history.
Bro, we need to let the shit go. We need to let the shit go.
Back to credit, real quick. Okay. Just gonna take us back to credit. Actually, if you use your Experian Boost, those utility bills and other regular payments will increase your credit score. This is a free tip. Try it. Score will go up. My credit score went up 8 points when I just added my regular Planet Fitness payment. Interesting. I mean,
if you had a credit score, if you had a credit score of 554 and now it's 562. Those 8 points ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a credit score that's 562 and you also have a house that you paid off, that's included in that. That's the difference because now your credit limit is way higher. So it's not just the bills that you make, it's also the credit limit that's associated to the bills that you've made. So that's why you might get approved for a washer and dryer, but you won't get approved for a BMW. Washer and dryer is $1,200. They can trust you with that. They can't trust you with $120.
Okay, and then somebody, listen, Franklin is saying credit should be taught in grade school. Okay, yes. I know for a fact that there are certain schools that credit is taught. They give you games like Monopoly, Sorry, Trouble, all of that type of stuff, like to teach you the basics. And
we're like one of the only countries that actually don't do that.
Right.
We don't make sure that our kids are financially stable and via credit and or cash is kind of getting to the point where it don't matter, but we're one of the countries that don't actually Like have that in every
Right,
school,
part of
have it as a curriculum. Like it should
But the
be
reason why,
something we all live.
but the reason why is
You
because
know, you
everybody
know,
can partake of that. That's the reason why. Other countries have the same interest in mind. Make this country better. Make our country better. We don't have that here. Because if they
Right.
put that in place, that would
Separate.
mean that everybody would have the same chance. Blacks, Latinas, they don't want Filipinos having the same credit score as everyone else. So that's
okay,
why certain things are specifically left out because it's not one nation, one movement. Not here, it's not.
right. Okay. Corey, because Corey is a big fan of Montreal, I will let Montreal go ahead and read this.
it's hard for a person or a kid to care if they didn't live in a situation.
Very nice. I think he's agreeing with what you're saying, Montreal. The same connection we have with stars and celebrities in front of us today is our job as parents to help connect the dots.
Yo,
Montreal, do you have anything to say in regards to that?
yeah, I just say this. It's easy to type something when you feeling in your feelings in reality. The reality is that everything that people typing on here, they don't live by that creed. You don't live by that creed. You feel me? If you live by that creed, if you live by the creed where y'all want to speak this black history shit and y'all want to go into how y'all feel about it, none of y'all stepped up or nowhere in this world and changed the narrative of this shit. Like it bothers me when people be like, yo, we been I like yo, I'm so tired of hearing how people keep crying. And like, yo, if you really look at it, a lot of motherfuckers like we like it's like we've been penalized. No, the fuck we not. A lot of black people has succeeded in this fucking country. A lot of them has elevated. A lot of them is living really fucking well. And it's like, yo, I'm so tired of hearing the fucking cries. If you want to cry the river, you feel me? Get the fucking boat and paddle down it too.
So
Don't just fucking cry.
are you saying that we are that us as brown people, you're on the same even playing field as say a
This is the
white
thing.
person? Are you
Listen, y'all keep saying we
I
on
mean,
an even playing.
that's the question.
Listen,
Are you on the same playing field? Yes or no? And when you
yes.
go to yes, okay.
Yes, I'm on the same playing field. I have nothing. It's nothing that I have that another motherfucker don't have. It's people like, yo, you can't get this job without that. Okay, they won't give me a job. I fucking create one. Like, I'm not afraid to take the fucking chance. I'm not gonna sit here and worry about what another motherfucker want me to do. I'm gonna do it. You dig? It's two things in this world. It's people who want to sit there. It's people who sit there and wait for a motherfucker. It's people who do. So I'm gonna let you know now. If a motherfucker tell me right now, like I get like right now, if I get a trucking contract, and they like, yo, they give it to the white boy because he's white. Fuck that contract then. It's another one out there. It's enough freight out this motherfucker to move. I'm not gonna starve and I'm not gonna go broke. You did? If that's the way them people do business, I don't want to fuck with them. It's somebody else who want to do business with me. I don't see nobody losing no fucking sleep or anything. Y'all wake up every day. Some people may not be happy in that situation,
So you
but
saying
people wake up every day happy what they do.
So are you saying incarceration rates are fair across all nationalities? That's what you're
First
telling
of all, let's be real
me?
about the incarceration rate.
Yes or no?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know.
You have no idea the ratio of any.
I don't. I listen.
So
When I got arrested, I'm gonna tell you no. When I got arrested and I was locked up and I was in my tier, you know, it was damn near many as white people and as black people. And I'm like, yo, where the fuck do they get these numbers from?
So
when I was in my tier, it was damn. If it was 30 black people in there, it was these fucking 15 white motherfuckers too.
So let me ask you a question. So, you mean
so take your numbers and go with that.
I just want to understand in the entire prison, not just on, because we always talk about just your backyard, Montreal.
I only can see. That's the only thing I can see.
Use his number.
Entire prison.
Yo, listen, I'm telling y'all. What y'all let people tell y'all? I don't know. I don't know.
You just saw right where you were at.
That's all. If you never noticed anything about me, that's all that matters. I only can tell you what I know and see. I can't tell you what a motherfucker tell me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
Okay.
If given what you're saying, 1-5, let's give your number exactly. Let's just say, for instance, where you was at, the population was 50-50. If the population in that on your tier was 50-50, but the black population is only 13%, doesn't that tell you right there what the disparity is?
So
Because
you
you're
gonna
saying,
tell
well, you
me?
was locked
You
up, it was
listen.
50,
So
50.
listen.
What I'm saying is, giving your numbers
So you
where
gonna
you were
tell
at.
me? So you gonna tell me?
No,
So you
no,
gonna tell me?
no. Listen,
He's saying if you have less
listen to what
black
I'm saying.
people in the world, if you have less black people, okay, and then now you're sitting there saying that it's at least half of those, it's half and half, then you're not seeing the discrepancy there.
Listen, this is what
How
I'm
is it
telling you.
with 13%?
This is what I'm
With
telling you.
13% of the
Listen, this is what I'm.
population,
Listen, I'm telling
13% of
y'all.
the
I only,
population, but
bro.
50% of
I only can tell you.
give me
I
your
only can
number.
listen. I only can tell you shit from my experience. When I'm in the
Right,
I
we're
courtroom,
got it.
talking about the
I,
experience.
I
We
listen.
hear
I
shit
don't know
right.
nothing about statistics. I don't know about a motherfucker saying it's 1%, it's
All right.
4%. I can
Okay.
tell you when I
I'm
was
not.
where I was at,
I'm
and
not.
when
Okay.
the judge made guidelines, his guidelines were the same for the same motherfucker that did the same charge as the white man as me. His guidelines were no
Right.
different.
No.
You've
No.
never heard of
One five.
anybody being charged for a crime. Like you've never seen the disparity in a black person
It's that
being.
shit happen to anybody. That shit can happen to anybody when it comes to
We're
law.
talking about the sentencing. Never seen
One five.
a harsh
What I
sentence.
Come on, y'all. That shit
For
can
a
happen to
black person.
what
anybody. That shit can happen
I'm
to
not.
anybody.
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is that if you're in jail, and from your perspective only, it was 50-50. In our population, we only make up 13%. So how
Yo,
could
I
we be in
don't.
jail?
First of all,
Wait,
I don't know nothing.
He's not getting
If you don't know, then
Yo,
you don't have nothing to debate with me then. So you
okay.
only thing
bro,
you have to
I
go
know.
with is my
I
number.
listen.
So
Listen,
if you
I
don't
know
know,
nothing
you
about
can't debate my
statistics and
number.
numbers. I
If
know
you don't
about the
know,
shit
you
I
can't debate
see.
my number.
I know about the
If
shit
you
I
don't know,
see.
you
I
can't
know
debate
nothing
my
about
number. Why
numbers
would I
somebody
lie to
throw at
you?
me.
Okay,
Why
but
would I
let me
lie
tell
to
you.
you?
Do you know about
Basically, with
credit?
him, is out of sight, out of mind. He don't want to know, and he don't care to know.
Do
So
you know
arguing
about
with him,
do you know about credit?
Y'all know
Yes?
about who?
Credit.
Yeah, I know about credit.
Is credit about numbers?
Credit is most definitely about numbers.
Okay, and you know about those.
I know about credit.
And you know about numbers.
I know about. I think people, and you know how I feel about credit. You know how I feel about credit?
Yes, please tell us.
I think people don't even know how to fucking use it. People have
Why
no
would you
idea how
say
to
that?
use it.
Why
If
would you
you
say
got a
that?
credit, this is the funny thing about people, and I'm gonna say people because I don't like keep saying black people. If you got a
Right.
credit line, and the first thing you do when your credit line is there, you go buy a fucking car that's gonna depreciate. You're gonna use your credit for a car that's gonna fucking depreciate. When you can use the same credit line, and if you take your time because your wants and your wants overtake your needs.
Uh-huh.
So in the end of the day, it's like, yo, I can get this motherfucker. So you got a fucking $80,000 car, but you have no fucking equity in nothing.
That doesn't. So let me just say, so 1-5. Where you're talking from is a narrative that people that's on the bottom floor can't relate to. The simple fact of the matter is that
Out
the
of
way
here,
you
man.
establish. No. Listen, I understand what you're saying, but listen to somebody who actually did it for a living. The way you establish your credit, you don't buy a car for it to depreciate. You buy a car so that your credit line extends. You don't have to.
That's the
You don't have
bullshit
to go
game they
into
want
the.
you to believe.
You don't.
That's the
You
bullshit
don't.
game they want you to believe.
It's not the bullshit game that you can believe, because if
the
your credit
payment
payment is
that makes
Think
it
about
250,
this. Think about this for a second. Think
wait,
about
listen. You don't know what I'm gonna say. You don't know what I'm gonna say.
Come back to you. Go ahead, Mel.
If you buy a car and your car payment is $250, you don't have to pay $250. You can pay $500 a month and get it out the way, just like you do anything else. How you go about in regards to how you make your payments is on you. So when you sit up there and how you build your credit is that you have to show that you've been established to pay things back. You pay 500, 500, 500. Nobody's going to lend you 50,000. You pay 15,000 back. Now I might consider it. That's how it's done. I understand how you feel about it. I got it. But you saying how you feel is going to convolute how it actually is. There's not a way to disagree with how you feel. There's not a disagreement with that. But to sit up there and say that in order for you to show an established credit line, that's how you do it. And because of the fact that people don't pay on the principal and on the interest, that's how they lose their equity. You don't have to lose your equity in your car. You never have to lose the equity in your car. That is a decision that's made to the ignorant who choose or can't afford to do otherwise.
Right. This is what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying to you. At the end of the day, when you go out there and you purchase an $80,000 fucking car on a credit line, They give you a 5 to 7 year loan on that bitch. You feel me? So they give you a 5 to
You don't
7
have
year
to
loan to
pay
pay
the
on
but
it.
you don't have to
Now,
wait 5 to
I
7
let you
years.
talk, now.
Yeah, let him go ahead and finish.
They
Okay.
give you a 5 to 7 year loan on this bitch. You feel me? So now you got a 5 to 7 year loan. So you paying now you paying your principal because you throwing a little bit extra money in there. You paying your principal. So by the time the 7th year comes,
Are you making a principal only payment, or you just telling me that you're adding a little bit
no,
extra to the payment each month?
listen to me.
I'm
However you pay it,
asking.
however
No, it
however
doesn't.
you
It makes a difference. It makes a difference.
listen.
You
If
putting a
you
little
listen for a
extra
minute,
on your payment, and are you making a principal only
yo,
payment? I think it's valid
listen.
to try to understand your story.
However you pay it, by the time you pay this car off in the 5 to 7 years, the 5 to 7 years, it's an $80,000 car now. 80,000. Yo, I go buy the same car for cash for fucking 6,000 at this point. The car only worth 6,000.
Okay,
So now you go to trade this bitch in. You go to trade this bitch in, and now you want a new one. So now they only go give you.
What you're not understanding is that you can get a loan for 5 years. That does not mean you have to take 5 years to pay that loan off and accumulate.
Exactly.
First of all,
this
is the problem. This is the problem.
Happen. Just like I let you
reality
speak,
is reality is.
Just like I let you speak, let me speak.
Go ahead.
All right. So again, just because you have this 5-year loan does not mean you have to take 5 years to pay the loan off. A lot of people get it twisted and make a little extra. Their payment might be $300. They're going to pay $400. That means nothing if you have not told that company it's principal only. And the only way that you're going to pay less interest on that vehicle or on that loan period is if you're paying principal only payments. Otherwise, a good portion of that is going to the interest. That is why people are like, oh, I need a lower interest rate because you want to not pay as much. Things of that nature. You can choose to do what you want to do. But like I said, if you're saying I'm just adding a couple extra dollars, and you're right, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because every time you do that little extra payment, they taking a little extra and putting it on the interest, and then they putting some on the principal. And guess what? The amount is going to be less. The amount that they put on the principal, because they know that if I put it on the principal, that loan gets paid down to a certain amount, then you're not going to give me my per diem, which is interest that you pay each day. Listen, you ain't got to, I don't understand. Like, I get what you're saying in a certain degree, like you're like, but you need to understand and know how credit works. Credit is important. You have several businesses. If you're going to sit here and tell me that the credit is not important and your credit ranking and scoring is not important to the success of your businesses, you fucking got me. Like, come on, man.
I never said credit wasn't important. I say people don't know how to use credit. I never said it wasn't important. If they use it for the right fucking reason, they would learn how to elevate off somebody else's fucking money. If you use it for all the wrong reasons, you're gonna find yourself in debt using somebody else's money.
You keep. I get where you're going with it, but we're talking about the fact that if you don't know anything, then you fall. You fall suspect to anything. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying. So you're saying that history is not important, but yet you want to preach us about history that you know that you've learned through watching people make mistakes, through the history that you with your eyes.
Everything I did on my own. I never watched nobody make no mistakes.
You don't think that's history though, Montrell?
Come on. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I got you. I mean, the comments are so long that I don't know if I'm going to be able to read all these. There's a difference between crack cocaine in the 80s was black people, and wait, I can't even read it. There is a difference. Crack cocaine in the 80s was a black people drug, but cocaine, as the same, that's true shit. He's saying pretty much that cocaine and crack, they treat it like it's two different drugs, but it's not, you know what I mean? And they were different sentences. But Montrell, you don't remember that, right? You don't remember, you don't know nothing about that. You wasn't born in the 80s. You didn't know what was going on with crack.
In my life, my life started in the 90s.
Okay, so you never heard of different sentencing. You never heard of different sentencing for crack for powder for cocaine.
If you want me to get listen.
Yes, no?
If you want me to get technical, with it, I never ever known somebody that got caught with drugs get charged for different drugs. It's always CDS possession. So when they did the test on the drugs, they tested the drugs and they tell people what kind of drugs it was. It was never a conviction due to what drug they had. They just got locked up for fucking CDS possession. If they had heroin, it was heroin, tested positive. That's all they want to know, did it test positive? Was it crack? Yes, it test positive. But it was no different.
So you never know. So somebody that just had, cocaine and it wasn't in the crack form, you're saying you never saw anybody's paperwork say anything different?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. A lot of paragraphs. Yeah.
I definitely walk my talk. I live it as well to the fullest, being active in several communities, and for my folks, as often as I am empowering and educating my brothers and sisters, I just don't publicize my actions. I'd rather not tell my folks to stop crying and educate them on how to dry the tears. Family, the strength that you and I may have may not be the strength our brothers and sisters have.
That is correct. Also, it's saying, I go back to this one. Thousands, of convictions are being reversed right now because of the whole demographics and the discrimination.
You know where people got that misconstrued.
Hey, Montreal, it's called manufacturing, sir.
First of all, I'm not even going to get into detail about somebody telling me about manufacturing when it's fucking CDS possession. So when you manufacturing and CDS possession are two different things. Do you even know what manufacturing is? Manufacturing has nothing to do with the possession part. You did? So if you get caught with crack cocaine and regular cocaine, that's possession. You know which one is manufactured? Tell me which one is manufacturing. Since you want to use that word, tell me which one it is.
Well, can you just tell us?
We don't know. I'm blind to it. I have no idea which one. Can you tell us?
So at the end of the day, the manufacturing is the crack. So this is how crack got into the next level. So what they did was they tried to basically say crack was used. They was using chemicals to mix the crack, to make the crack. So basically, because you was mixing something to make one substance, they were saying basically you adding shit in it. So basically it's basically like you it's not cocaine was pure. Cocaine was pure. So basically crack wasn't pure because crack had an added form to it to make crack. So that's what they were dividing it to.
So shouldn't you get less time for something that you manufactured? Like it's not pure crack. It's crack and some making soda.
The funny thing? You know the funny thing that people don't talk about, and you get exactly the same time as crack, but they don't talk about it? Ice.
I'm sorry, I don't know what ice is. What's ice?
Methamphetamines.
Okay, thank you. Montreal act like he was like it was a secret. What the hell?
I just can't understand.
Not all of us are drugs.
I'm sorry. I've never I've never heard of it referred to as ice. I'm so sorry. My bad. Read that comment that we got right there from Franklin.
We go through the bullshit so that the ones after us don't have it. It's our job to educate them and not get upset because we got it quicker than they did.
Okay.
This is the thing.
Doesn't matter, but what community was crack in? Okay.
This is the funny thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna leave it alone because let me tell y'all something. Wait, this is real shit. I can tell you right now that none of y'all ever in y'all life sold crack. If you did, you wouldn't even feel that way. You know who buy and get locked up the most for crack? It ain't fucking black people.
We're not talking about the people that are buying it. We're talking about the people that
are selling. I'm telling you who the most people get affected by this shit. Like it's funny how people like
affected by methamphetamine. By meth is predominantly another race of people. It doesn't change the sentence that our brothers and sisters are getting.
But they get the same time. They get the same time for manufacturing meth.
Yeah, your tier was 50-50 though.
Yo, you know the quickest way. You know the quickest way to blind somebody. The quickest way to blind somebody is to just
book, apparently.
and just put all this shit out here. It's like, yo, this, it's like that. Yo, this, they do this. Yo, our brothers do this. Yo, our brothers do this. Yo, our brothers do this. I see nobody on here lacking due to a white man doing anything to him.
Well, let me just tell you, as somebody who had to change his resume because
Right.
Jamel didn't get no looks,
Oh,
you know what
come
I'm saying?
on with the. Yo,
You
you right.
you. I mean, look, no. Listen, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
I appreciate.
Mel, can I ask Montreal just one quick question? I promise I'll let you finish. Montreal, how many resumes have you placed your name on and submitted to companies?
To be honest with you, in my life, I only had 4 company jobs.
Okay,
So
that's
this,
self-explanatory. Like,
no, no, no. This what happened. But
can you
no,
tell
this
me
what
what kind of
happened.
jobs they were? What kind of
Huh?
companies were they? Were they trucking companies?
They was trucking companies, and
Exactly.
this
So
is what happened.
you never tried to go into corporate America with your name being what it is, or anything, or the way that you look physically, or
Because
Listen,
anything like that. Correct?
a lot of
and
times,
Trey tell you,
You've
a
never
lot of
worked in
times,
corporate
people
America.
people on.
Correct?
I mean, 1-5 might be different. I'm gonna speak to my own personal truth. You know what I'm saying? My name is a Muslim name, and I know that I have the criteria that meets lots of jobs. I have the background. I had the certificates. I didn't get those same looks when I had my whole name on there. It wasn't until I changed my resume to put my first initial and last name that I was getting interviews and opportunities and respond backs with the same exact resume. So I'm not saying 1-5 that you feel differently. I don't have a way to justify that. I'm specifically talking to my own truth. Jamel isn't a common name. And so when people see Jamel, they know that I am not Asian. They know exactly that. So when they see Jamel and they see the job, it's been lots of jobs that if I hadn't came in the door, even at the job that I met Stiletto, and I didn't show and prove, I wouldn't have that same opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I have to show. It's different for me. You speak to one truth, being black. I speak to another truth, being black and having a Muslim name. So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It's
And
so listen, man.
based on, because I know you don't like to hear the statistics, but while a person is found with 5 grams of crack cocaine face a 5-year mandatory minimum prison sentence, a person holding powder cocaine could receive the same sentence only if he or she held 500 grams.
Listen,
That
listen
that
to what I tell
that's
y'all.
not a mass
Listen,
disparity. It's
listen,
the same thing, and
listen.
actually one is cut and made into another thing. Like you just, I'm just saying, Mantra. I know that you don't want to
Listen.
believe the statistics of the world or of this, but
This is
it's
the
cold.
funny. This is the funny thing about that shit. They keep talking about crack cocaine. If you get caught with 100 pounds of weed, you don't get the same charges as getting caught with 100 pounds of crack. You won't get the same charges.
It's not the same drug.
Get the fuck out of
It's not
here.
the
It's
same
still
drug, right?
illegal. Is it
But
still illegal?
it's
Is
not
it
the
still
same drug.
illegal?
It's
Crack and
not the same.
cocaine is not the same drug.
It's not. That's like it's not the same drug.
Crack and cocaine, it's illegal. It's still a drug.
Actually,
so
marijuana
so
is
maybe
not
so if it
legal.
was called, that's like saying that Pepsi is legal and Diet Pepsi is illegal. Just because you
But
have the initial product is Pepsi, you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, 1-5, but in order for you to make crack, you gotta have cocaine. So
bro,
you had the base form. Listen, nobody's disagreeing. You're just not hearing what we're saying. What we're saying is the base form of crack is cocaine. Why do you get less? Why do you get more crime more time for making a generic version than what the actual base is?
now listen,
That's
listen,
that's
listen to me. I love the fact when people like it's not the same thing. When they use weed and I use weed, people always say it's not the same thing. It's not the first conversation I had about this. It's not the same thing. If your
Okay, is
ass could
baked
get listen,
macaroni and cheese is baked macaroni and cheese the same as boxed macaroni and cheese? Is
listen,
it? Is it,
yo,
Montrell?
if you can get
Baked
locked up for it,
macaroni and cheese and
yo,
boxed macaroni
y'all
and cheese
tripping.
is
I
the
just
same.
know, listen,
I just
I
want
just
to hear
know
you
this.
tell me.
I know my experience in life. I know my experience in life. If I
Is
get caught, if I get pulled over with crack cocaine or regular cocaine, I'm going to fucking jail for the same fucking thing.
you're
yeah,
not
you
going
go to jail. What's the time though?
The
all right.
Nobody's
same
saying they're
fucking
going to
thing I'm
jail.
trying to tell y'all without putting all my business out there. I'm telling you the same fucking
Okay,
thing.
Montrell, can I ask you a question? Is baked macaroni and cheese and boxed macaroni and cheese the same?
It's cheesy.
Are they the same,
It's
Montrell?
fucking cheesy.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why you like Trump, because you fucking won't answer my question.
And Mel,
Fine.
due
No,
to your
I
state,
don't want What?
due
Go
to
ahead.
your statement, Mel, you saying that you had to change your whole resume because of your name.
I mean, if you look at
Yeah.
can you read this statement, Montreal, because this is directed directly towards you, where you said weed
Can you
and
go to the dispensary and get cocaine? They just start letting people do that shit. This shit is new. That's not like 10 years ago. You gonna get locked up for fucking weed. Cut the bullshit, people. But anyway,
he said,
anyway,
ah, yo,
Mel,
I'm not doing
you
this.
basically saying that you had to change this shit because of your name, right? Your name is a Muslim name. So let me tell you something, Stiletto. Reason why I only had 4 jobs, bro. After I got locked up and came home, after I got locked up and came home, I put my name on that and I had to put the reasons I was locked up. I got rejected every fucking time.
About just rejected off your name, not reading the rest of your criteria, just
So
looking
my
at
name, that is my name. Montreal moves on. It's my name. My name represents me. That's my name.
But you've only worked you've never worked in corporate America, correct?
Corporate America. If I work for a company, that's corporate
Let me
America.
ask you a question.
No,
Yes,
no, no.
you have not worked in corporate America in a corporate setting. Yes, you
What is
worked
a
in a
corporate setting? What is corporate America?
You know what
seriously,
corporate
company.
America is, but what I'm
I'm not
saying
doing
is
So
that
basically,
you had to fill what you're saying is that when you filled out the application, that's what you had to put out. What I'm saying
no,
is
listen,
I didn't.
bro, listen. When I got rejected, no matter what it was, however when I got rejected, man, I didn't sit back like, yo, this is a fucking
Is
problem.
that why you got rejected, or was it that they talked to you?
Huh?
Nothing. They have functioning cokeheads and he's never met a functioning crackhead. Montreal, did you see that?
It's crazy. That's because you don't know crackheads. That's because you sit behind, you sit there and watch TV. You don't know
Okay.
crackheads. There's a lot of functional crackheads out here.
Well,
They
Jeezy
sure
is not a crackhead, nor is Jeezy's baby mama, but they're saying, listen, they're going to allow their child to select whatever gender they want to have. They are not going to give their baby a gender. Okay. Jeezy is saying, we're going to allow our child to be gender fluid and pick whatever gender they want to be. Now, a lot of people are talking about gender lately due to the fact that there is if you looked at the Olympics and things like that with the swimming, it was a gentleman that was like number 672 ranked as under the men, and then he changed his gender to a woman and is now ranked number 1. But that's because you can identify and feel however you want to feel nowadays. Do you think that it's okay? Like Jeezy never said, we're not going to say she's a girl. We're not going to say he's a boy. We're not going to use any of those terms. We're going to allow the child to grow up gender neutral and decide whatever it is that they want to be.
it's fine.
Queen, let me start with you. What do you think about that?
How are you gender neutral and you're born with something? You're born with a piece or not a piece. Like you're born as a gender. That's crazy. Like
They're going to let the
people
child
just trying to make
identify
you.
for what they feel, however they feel that they are. Like, there's people that are born with the genitalia of a specific sex, so to speak, but they feel like they're the opposite.
But they've had
These
time
parents,
to eat. I don't know. I'm like that. It's just crazy. It's like there's so many other things to like think about or worry about or be concerned about as far as the growth and upbringing of your kid. They're born as a gender. If later in life they feel they're not that gender, okay, but they're born. The God has made them a gender. Like it's crazy. That's
So, Queen,
crazy.
you saying this is just completely preposterous. Like, what?
It's like why? I feel like you're creating a problem instead of just you acknowledge what your child was born with and born as, and later as even a teenager or a young adult or an adult
Like
that
Dwayne Wade has done with his biologically born son, and he's identifies now as a young woman, and he's allowed that to transition, but he never
yeah,
pretended.
but you don't encourage that because to me it's like not giving them an identity is can also make it bad for a kid growing up. It's like
Okay.
allow them to, at least if they're acknowledging how they feel when they can speak on it. It's like
Okay.
there's more of a fight for that as
Right.
opposed
And
to
not,
just
yeah, they say they're not going to dress the child in gender specific clothing or anything of that nature to make sure that the child has a fair view of whatever it is that they really feel versus what's being put into them in regards to their gender. Are, a lot of people think that it's put into you. If you're a girl, people start talking to you a certain way. They start putting certain stuff in your head because you're a girl. This is what girls do. This is your boy. This is what boys do, and they
because
don't
you
want
have
that.
a pussy or
Yeah,
like
please, go
what?
ahead.
You
Keep
have it.
going.
So that's what you have two X's. You have an XY. Like that's what you were born as. Now, if you want to identify something different later, okay. But acknowledge that's what you were born as.
Marcus is saying, are we letting them change back and forth? Third grade boy, fifth grade girl, second
Right.
grade. What are we doing here? I don't know. Mel, talk to me. What are you feeling, 80 proof, in regards to, hey, not selecting a gender? You don't need it. What
First
do you
off,
suggest?
I hate the fact that they have totally disparaged the term I like to use, which is called gender fluid. Like, don't just sit there and say he's going to be gender fluid. That's what I took to get you here. Secondly, I think that it's just a form of parents being lazy. I don't want to pick up the basketball. I don't want to pick up the other mitts. So we're just going to let the motherfucker be whatever he wants to be. Maybe he'll go up and be a plant. And then he just stand outside and leave us the fuck alone all day. I just see this being a way to excuse yourself of having to be take any particular interest with your kid because every single thing you do is boys and girls. It's not like it's just you don't see like every cartoon has a boy and a girl. I mean, it's boys and girls everywhere. So you are to me trying to extinguish yourself of any responsibility in regards to activities. Yet
Well, they're trying to do
use that
away
as
with
a
all of that, though. They're trying to do it like Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. It's no longer. It's just Potato Head. There's no
let me
gender
tell you.
specific.
What
The
got let me tell you
bathroom
what got
boy
rid
is
of
no
Mr.
So
gender.
sensitive, Lord Jesus.
First of all, Sony got rid of Mr. Potato Head. That's what happened with that shit. Sony and Microsoft got rid of that shit. So that had nothing to do with gender. That had to do with electronics.
No, they stopped
And
making. They
regardless,
still making it, but they're not making it as boy and girl anymore. It's just
let me tell you
potato.
something. I have seen more baked potatoes than I've ever seen a Mr. Potato anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can stop making them, but
But
goddamn it, when
gender
are they going to
neutral
start selling?
bathrooms,
When are they going to
gender
sell them?
neutral bathrooms are jumping up everywhere. Gender neutral bathrooms are on the rise.
I
Where there's
love
no
I love
gender.
using gender neutral bathrooms because when I come out of
Well,
there,
that
they don't
makes
know what they're going
sense.
to do.
Because if one is free and the other one's not, why do I gotta wait? Because there's one specifically made for females when it could just be for whoever has to go.
Right. It's just whoever has to go. And I don't know why people make it so sexual. I don't know the last time I went into a
Right,
bathroom and had a sexual thought about
Right.
right.
about a
No,
public
I had to
restroom.
pee pee,
I
nigga.
don't know. I don't care, male or
But
female. I've never been in the bathroom
I
like,
think that they are. I think that one thing about it is you can claim to be whatever you want to be. I could easily claim to be 6'7" and weigh 180 pounds. The world is going to let me know. The world is going to let me know when I go to put on that too small jacket, when I go to try to dunk that ball. The world is going to let me know. So you can sit up there and dress your child, dress them in all orange. They're going to say, look at that orange ass bitch. Because he's either going to be a bitch ass dude or a bitch ass bitch. Either way, the world is going to let you know what you are. So you can try to hide them, but you're setting your kid up for way more damage when you don't have them account for some sort of ownership as to their identity. Claim
okay.
whatever you want to be. Claim unicorn, claim leprechaun, but you better claim it because the world will claim it for you and you will be abused for it.
Right. Right.
Okay. So gender neutral bathrooms are to make men join the long ass lines of women. That is so true. Right, right. Y'all need to join us, okay? Big man,
One of
small
us.
shirt.
One of
Um,
us.
Montreal Anthony, also known as Magnum PI, is on the move. Montreal, what do you think about not identifying? Because you've been very vocal about not believing in this, not identifying with that, not identifying with a lot of things throughout the duration of a lot of our shows. what do you think about the fact of not having a gender?
I think, to be honest with you, whatever they do with their child is their business. But I hope they ready for what come with it. I hope they ready for the shit that come with it. I don't know how. Like if you get it, okay, so if they get a puppy, right? And the puppy walking around with balls and a dick that you can clearly see. You not tell your child what that as a boy dog, or you just like, oh, it's just a dog. So if you're taking a gender role out your child life, you're taking a gender role out your life, period. Like you're not acknowledging female and male no more ever in life.
Interesting.
Maybe they're trying to have Roman. That's how the Romans used to be. Romans were very, very gender binary, where if they liked you, they liked you. If they fucked you, they fucked you. So maybe they plan on moving to Greece.
Maybe okay. Somebody said I agree with you for a chance 1-5. Somebody agrees with you 1-5. This is a very rare thing.
I have made it my personal challenge to always disagree with 1-5 ever since he put Brandy in the hip hop top. Ever since then.
We will never forget that. We're never gonna forget.
When I heard, I'm gonna go back to when I heard that Jeezy and his girlfriend was doing that, and I was like, all right, if you was gonna do that, right, and you didn't really, and you really wasn't, you was doing this for your real own personal reasons, why expose it? Why put it out in the world? Why do you need people? Why do you need people feedback?
Right. Well,
why do you need to hear how people feel about it?
Well, people were asking them, what did you have? Because they just recently had the baby. What did you have? A little girl, a little boy, things of that nature. And they were like, that's when they said, hey, our kid is not identifying as anything until they're old enough to identify as.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
So, and this is the funny thing. I would love to see Jeezy. If he got a girl, I would love to know. If he got a boy, I would love to see Jeezy put a fucking.
Hospital records have shown it is a little girl by the hospital standards.
What I'm saying is, I would love to see him. If it was a little boy, I would love to see him put a bow on his fucking head with some pink slippers and walk around with that baby. He would never do it. He would fucking never do it.
There's no gender specific clothes that he's gonna buy for the child. Pink is not a gender specific color.
No,
men wear pink.
No, yo, you are so fucking funny.
Men wear blue. Men wear pink.
He didn't know what to say in there.
Right, he ran out of words on me. He said,
"You fucking
funny." You are removing your child from many sleepovers. Yes. Yeah. So they had
They're just trying to they're making it difficult for everybody. They're making it difficult for the grandparents, for the godparents, for people who want to buy gifts. Really like they're going to be stuck with so many games and pencils for gifts. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yo, I really believe sometimes celebrities do shit to fuck with people. Like I really can't see them actually living in that mindset. I can see them fucking with people.
I mean, I don't know. I'm all for the fact that I'm not a big fan of a lot of quote unquote the pinks and the girliest, the frillies and all. I was never a fan of that. I only have one girl.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing it.
I'm not doing all, which would be very gender specific. But I don't know about, like I said, I mean, I'm all for you living the life and all whatever it is that you choose to do. I just don't know. I think it brings actually more attention to a situation that should be like it's nothing. No matter what you identify as or whatever, you're still an individual person. You can be you and not be stuck to your genitalia as to who you are as an entire person without saying you're not anything. You're just clear. You're cute. I don't know.
Isn't it fail?
Read Franklin's comment real quick, Mel, and then go into your statement, and then we're gonna go.
You are what you are born to be. We can talk about your feelings, yes, but you were dressed as what you are as growing up in my house. Some will call that masculinity, but hey, and right. I don't understand. I don't understand this line of thinking because if you are having a child, you look forward to raising one or the other. And the second part about that is that it's the laziness. These parents are so lazy. Why are you attaching their greatness to what their sexual might be? It doesn't matter what you are in terms of your greatness. So you could
Right.
be a great basketball player, a great engineer. It doesn't have if you have balls or ovaries. It doesn't freaking matter. And so I
Right.
think that you are already allowing that child or set them up to have focus on things that does not
It doesn't have
determine
anything.
greatness.
Yeah.
I,
Distracted driving is illegal, Montrell.
huh?
Distracted driving is illegal.
I'm not driving. I
Someone is gonna get to 1 to 5 car doors, just like the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
listen though. If somebody opened my doors, guess who it would be? It'd be a black person trying to fucking carjack me.
Damn racist. Damn racist
Hold
motherfucker.
on. Did you
Wow.
just go there? What?
I'm
Whoa!
just saying.
Wait a minute.
So
Wait.
no
And
other
here's
race
the
steals
difference.
cars?
I'm racist?
He's in an all black
Really?
neighborhood.
So black people are the only people that steal cars, that carjack. That's what you're
I
telling me?
mean,
Maybe because of where you're at, that might be predominantly what you're seeing. Is
exactly.
that what you're
That's
saying?
exactly right.
Exactly.
And is this the area you live in
No,
or near?
no.
You don't live near it.
Lord.
Where
So
I'm
he's
at?
the black person.
Yeah.
So you're the danger in the neighborhood. You're the danger.
Right. It
Stranger
seems like
danger.
stranger
Oh.
danger. Stranger danger.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Stranger danger. Look, even Corey had to say what? And Corey's your
No.
Corey's your friend. He's
No, the
like,
reason I said that, Corey,
wow,
the
somebody
reason
said
I
your
said
real
that, because somebody said somebody opened my doors. I just want to, I just be aware of people that I am not a person that's blind to the world. I'm where I'm at. I'm where I'm at. I'm around surroundings, certain surroundings, and I know what's around me. So, at the end of the day, if you see somebody snatch me out here, out this car, don't be surprised if it's a fucking 16-year-old black kid. Y'all shaking y'all fucking heads like, wow.
Well, I mean, because the difference is the fact that you're not giving context to what you're saying. You're in an
Oh, I'm
all
not?
black neighborhood that well, the fact of the matter is that a white person would have to drive for miles to get to you. You're in a you know what I'm saying? That would be like if I was in Chinatown, if I was in Philly and I was in Chinatown, I'm like, well, chances are I'm gonna get robbed by Asian person. Yes, because of where I am. Context
Right.
matters.
it
Context
does.
matters in this particular statement. If you know, that's all I'm be saying.
It really does. So that your level of ignorance doesn't shine brightly through.
I'm just trying to help, bro. I'm just trying to help, bro.
The context, like we always talk about this race, oh, it's black on black crime. Again, people commit crime in amongst people that are in that area. So if the ratio of people are Hispanic, then guess what? You're gonna have a lot of Hispanic on Hispanic crime, a lot of black on black crime, a lot of this that. So that's why we just needed a little context. We wanted to make sure that
It would
people
be
did.
real news if you
That's
was
right.
robbed by a Taiwanese man. That would be the real news if a Taiwanese man pulled you out the car. I'd be like, damn man, where you at? That would be real fucking news.
Right. Or a Klansman pulled you out the car, which is
Damn.
possible.
That's a possibility can happen. That possibly can
Yeah,
happen.
to join.
Right. And he's only got
They're not gonna
he's
do it.
only got cocaine, so you're good. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's true. I've been told the same. Okay. I don't know what that meant, but I got you. Yeah. Oh, wow. Marcus is true.
Yeah.
That I believe more. And it'd be your woman snatching you out of the car. Hey, yo, Marcus, this is
Just take the
true.
bathroom.
Need him
Just
to
take the
get snatched
bathroom.
off our screen several times. So listen, we're going into the grown zone. We're talking about grown stuff. So if you have children around, please put them to bed or step away, go into the other room just for this segment. This is the grown zone. Now, Mel always says that we're your favorite group of masturbators. And I had a wonderful conversation in regards to masturbation. And is masturbation for women different than it is for men? I had a man tell me that, listen, they don't feel anything when men masturbate. Men don't feel anything when they masturbate. They only feel when they ejaculate. Is this true? Mel, talk to me.
That sounds about right because you know what I'm saying. If you're the man, you know you go to masturbate. There's a specific goal. Like you have to get it out. You know what I'm saying. Like you have an itch in your shoulder. Like you gotta get it out. It's not a thing where you know what I'm saying. I'm feeling kind of soft. I'm fresh in the barbershop. Like that ain't happening. It's like oh shit. I got like it's almost like you gotta.
Women
It's
are
almost
not
like you gotta
masturbating.
pee.
Do you
Huh?
think that women are just saying, "Oh, I don't need to get this nut out. I just feel like touching my beautiful vagina
No, no,
today"?
no. What I mean is that I'm sure it's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? With men, it's a lot more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like if I come out the room, you gonna think I was in a whole 12 yard,
Have you
12
seen
round
some of
battle.
the clothes that
My
women
clothes
have?
gonna be ripped. You know what I'm saying? Be all sweaty. My shorts gonna be all ripped. It's gonna be like a Incredible Hulk situation. I'm just
But
simply
have you
saying
seen
that.
some of the tools that women are using nowadays? If you think that we're not coming out of there sweaty and some shit ripped, I don't know what you Mel, seriously?
Well, that.
It's more aggressive.
But I got it. But you know what I'm saying? But just think about that whole entire thing. You all are going through the changes. If it needs batteries, to change them and to go ahead and find your favorite little one. Let me see if I want the rabbit or the dolphin. How am I feeling? Do I want an anal tickle? It's a whole entire thing. With us, it's like we got to pee, but we got to rub it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a thing where let me decide if I'm going to go and get this particular aid. It's this is going to happen now. I would rather it happen with someone else, but either way, it's fucking happening. I just hope ain't no kids around. That's just kind of how it is
Not
when
every
it's
woman
us.
is sitting there with toys and having to do all of that setup. Some women just need to have an orgasm the
Yeah,
same as some as men. I just think that when I was listening to the story, I was like, listen, I think that men have this beautiful vision, and I'll go to Queen after this beautiful vision of what women do when they masturbate. Like it's like lighting candles, with music playing.
His
Like there's this whole
sexy
beautiful
moans.
like because
you know
we're
what?
women,
And
we're
actually, I hope that
sexual,
it's not. I
and
hope it's
like
totally savage. I hope it's
right,
like, oh shit. I hope it's
fucking
totally
right.
brutal. I
You
hope
want
all of
it
that.
or not. Like I just think that the image that men have of women, they don't want to believe that we're rubbing one out for the same exact fucking reason,
Right,
which is to have an
Good,
orgasm. Queen, talk to me.
right.
good.
So what is it? We talk about is it different?
Yes,
I
is it?
mean,
Do
of
you
course
think that
it's
it's
different.
different?
It's different. Period. Because one is an innie and one's an outie.
Right, but do we not have the same goal in mind? I guess because normally when I've talked to men, they're saying, "No, you women don't have the same goal. We just need to get our nut out. That's not what your goal is." Is that
I think
true?
the difference is the afterwards.
I think it's pretty much the same accuracy of that
I
is
mean, that's the goal. So if you're masturbating, you're
right,
alone. You're
right,
trying to get from good to great.
right. Have a special moment. Release some stress there. You know.
Right. So I mean, Queen, is it like I said, a lot of men are saying we like candles and listen to soft music. There's like they're not seeing the porn, they're not seeing, the like what needs to happen to get there.
They don't see the fact you just get right to it and be like, all right, let's go. It's like a
Okay.
quickie. Like,
Any 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 examples?
Your process is feeling good, then the end. Ours is more friction than she blows.
I think that the difference is the afterwards. You know what I'm
What
saying? I think that's part of the difference is.
what do you
I
mean?
mean, there's a feeling of accomplishment, but then there's a feeling of I hope that mirror isn't looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's what the difference is. You know
hilarious.
what I'm saying? So I think that that's what
I
we
think that's
when we
more
kind of
person to
part
person
ways.
than
Montrell, you're
because
rather quiet on this topic.
Because he's
Because
masturbating.
no, because I, I,
look,
I think it's the
he can't
same.
get it out.
No, I think it's the same.
You think it's the same?
I think it's the same. I don't know how Mel said he don't feel anything. Like when you fucking, I don't know. I don't dry hand. When I used to jerk off, I never dry hand. I had to have moisture, and
Okay.
I used to like the way it felt. And you really be like, I don't know, like
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
I used to picture people mothers.
right, because even though you're picturing stuff,
God
picture
damn.
mother. Whoa. I'm like, whoa.
This was I was
whoa,
the real shit. This when I was
Yo.
younger, and I used to be and I
who's
used
your
to go
daddy?
uptown. I used
You
to
met you
picture
met
my
my
friend's
mom and
mother and be like,
godmom.
yo, I
Yo.
did. So if any of y'all watching, man, I apologize. I
But
jerked off to your mother.
You jerked off your mother. Hey,
Actually, you know what? I think that I like that. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm glad you did that. That's more of an honor to me. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I cannot.
I have, but no, I think it's the same. I think it's the same. Um, I never. I mean, when I was locked up, I never touched myself.
Okay, so when you was locked up, you never touched yourself. But on moments that you have jerked off, are you guys saying that, like, because this person was saying, listen, you don't feel anything.
That's
And
not
I'm
true.
like, well, isn't that how you stimulate yourself so
I
that you
felt
can
every
get to the
stroke.
promised land?
I
I
felt
mean, it
every
may not
stroke.
be the same as sex, but it's, you know what I mean? It's
Right,
masturbating.
you still
Women,
right.
it's not the same, but it's going, it'll do for right now.
No, I felt it. I don't know what they talking about. I felt every minute of it.
Mel, so you're saying no, feel it. You're saying you're grabbing it and you're doing things to it, but it feels like nothing.
Like I'm a little different too. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Mine is there. It's ready to go. I don't have to do much. You know what I'm saying? When it's there, it just needs to just get out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to go through the whole entire.
Are you doing something to stimulate the penis to get it out?
Are you
Yeah, I
dry
mean, I'm
handed?
stimulated all the time, so I just need to just kind of just get them on out of there. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Why
not
can't
even.
you don't
It's not.
need an
It's,
emotion?
it's not. It's not. It's not a lot of work.
Think? Why can't you just think and it go? You don't even touch it since you're
Yeah.
so stimulated. You
Ah,
don't have to touch it and you can just push it
we
out. Yep,
Yes.
man.
I can do it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I can choke it that way. Yeah. It's
So
mine.
wait a minute. So you cannot touch it at all and ejaculate.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, Buddha.
well, part of it's mental, I
I
would
guess
think.
it is mental,
I
right?
don't give a fuck how mental it is. Unless he know Chinese math, that's a hard motherfucking time. Fuck that, yo, that is fuck. That's beyond mental. That's like some fucking. That's like some fucking superhero shit, bro. Like you need to teach me how the fuck you got there. Like you special to me, Mel. You special to me now. You ain't got to touch
Listen,
the
yo.
motherfucker. Just shoot it at people.
Listen, yo.
Damn, you gifted.
When I'm no, well, first of all, no, I would never waste it that. I wouldn't waste it that way. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get yours. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that you get exactly what I got coming for you. At the same
But no, if
time,
you're by yourself, Mel, if you're by alone and you don't have to touch it and you can still,
yeah, because
ejaculate.
I'll already be there. You know what I'm saying? I just have to continue the process of it.
How the
I'm
fuck
not
you
gonna
get
do
there?
that. You know what I'm saying? But
How you get there?
you know what I'm saying? Because I have a very proud super ego and libido. You know what I'm
Right. Okay.
saying? So
Wait, real quick. I just need to address this comment. We're saying yes. Somebody can come off of giving head. Again, it's a stimulant. It's something that you're doing that is getting you there. So I don't know what Mel's doing other than thinking. I don't know if there's an action. If he's licking his lips, or are you doing anything with your hand? Are you clapping? What
it's
are you, what are you doing?
it's not it's not it's not like an all the time thing. But I don't have to. I can have it and I can just grab him. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And I
no.
can get
I'm
there
talking
because
about
it's
touching.
already there.
So wait, so you have not? No, we've not. I get you could grab it at the right moment, and then all hell,
Ah,
right?
oh,
But
hell
no touching at
explosion.
all. Have you ever not touched him and been able to pop off?
Outside of giving oral, no.
Okay, so you have to be actually doing something stimulating in order to actually have that happen. Okay, so Mel, because we thought you were a bit weird, and then you were like, no, like kind of like
Let me tell you
Queen. Look
something.
at Queen. Queen looks like she's waiting.
If I could do that, y'all would have known that a long time ago. You think I would have waited till tonight? This would have been game one.
Yeah.
Every show that would have been an opening monologue every week. Like, first of all, everybody, Bataya.
Okay, so
Welcome to
somebody.
Oh,
Kocktailz
yeah.
Konvo.
Okay, so transport is saying giving a woman head is not touching, but it's still a stimulant. Like you may not be stimulating that particular area, but it's still a stimulant.
How is it not touching if you're using your tongue or lips?
right? You're touching something, just not using your penis. I guess they're saying you're not touching your penis to anything, but you are touching your mouth.
So you could come like that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's a lot of men that can come off of
You
just
know,
oral sex.
you
There's
never
a lot of women that
you
can
never had a
come off
woman come off
oral.
giving you head. You never had
You
a
never
woman
had
come
a
off giving you head.
Huh? Say it again.
You never had a woman come while she gave you head.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Yeah,
But
why
what's
not?
I don't see how a man.
why do men think that women are so much different than them? If a woman can come while giving you head, why you don't think that a man could come while giving head?
Women are more horny than men.
Not me.
Women peak. That's why women. I can honestly say this: women's sex drive is fucking amazing. Women's sex drive is fucking amazing. I can honestly say anybody who think they be slinging dick, you could never compete with a woman. You could never
Maybe.
compete with a woman.
I would have to agree with
I'm
that.
not. I listen. See, that's what the confusion is. I'm not competing. I'm competing for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a one man's race. You better hope you finish when I get there. This, that, and the other. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? I'm there to be represented for the goal. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really got nothing to do with it. That's what I'm saying.
He said because you have innies and outies. That is true. I mean, because the actual act of masturbation is definitely going to be different because you're dealing with different equipment. But the whole goal of masturbation, nobody is sitting there. I'm not going to say nobody. Most people are not going, I'm going to masturbate so I can feel good. No, you're masturbating so you can bust that nut to make you feel good, but you're
And
not playing around with it. And I think that men, because we are, when we're having sex with a man or having intercourse with another person, women might be more sensual and things like that. And you think that our masturbation sessions are the same. And that is not the case. We are savages when it comes to masturbating. And I know I had somebody tell, but I've seen a woman do it. First of all, the way that you masturbate in front of someone is not the same way that you masturbate when you're alone, men or women. I've seen men masturbate, and I know that's not what you did in that bathroom for 2 minutes. Okay, that's not what you did. Even the noise, all of that, that's not the same. It's not the same. Now, when you masturbate in front of a woman, is it the same as you masturbating by yourself?
no, because I could never come that way. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shame to doing that. But I think that the other thing too is that women are, in my opinion, I might be different. They are more in tune with themselves in regards to how they like to be pleased. I am that way with myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the time out to get to know myself, and I happen to love me. So I am aware of that. And I think that that's what the difference is, that a lot of men don't have that same ability to be able to account for what they enjoy. You know what I'm saying? On that level. They know they like to have sex, but do they know what they really like on a particular female, what their particular thing that they might like with that person? Because it might not be the same person to person. So I'm not gonna sit there and say that every woman, and there's only been a few that I've given head to that I've came, but I know who I did come for. You know what I'm saying? It's an obvious
I
thing.
think you make a good point. I think you make a very valid point that as far as really what makes you feel good as a man, like, yes, of course, the actual act of having sex makes you feel, but like what things make you feel good? As of course, then I asked the question, everybody masturbates, but what if you could, give yourself oral pleasure? Would you do it as a part of masturbation? And everybody's like, oh my gosh, no, 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 because there's feeling good is feeling good is feeling good. So, Montrell, if you could do it, and I mean, there are people that can give themselves oral pleasure, would you do it?
No, I ain't sucking no dick.
Not even your own dick.
Not even my own.
In a masturbation
Nothing about it.
Queen, if you could lick your
The
own
way he said it, I ain't sucking no.
I ain't sucking no dick. But if you could do it, would you do it? Would you even consider it? Say you not even do it, but would you consider it if it was an option?
I mean, the thought process might go through it. I don't know if I would, but I'd be like,
Right. Now, as a man,
I would just think for me, like,
yeah,
like I can't tickle myself, but I'm extremely ticklish if somebody else does it. So to me, I'm like, I would think I wouldn't be like, I don't know.
Right.
I would think that
But
it would. I
that's
wouldn't get
okay.
off right, so
Right.
I wouldn't even try it. Honestly,
But I would try. Mel, what you think?
Let me start by saying this. Sucking your own dick can make you gay. That's like saying that you don't like you eat everybody's cooking. Everybody's cooking ain't your mom's
Mel,
cooking, ain't the same thing. What I
Mel,
will say is this. What I will say is that if I was capable of sucking my own dick, we would have never met. How would I know you? You think I would have ever left my parents' house? I would still be there right now. We wouldn't. It would be no podcast. It would be no stiletto. It would be no 80 proof. It would be me, not on the internet, just up in my room, total yoga flex, sucking my own dick at the age of fucking. I would never stop. So I don't care how you look at it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's mine. You know what I'm saying? You gonna call me gay for loving me? Then something's wrong with you.
for loving me.
But I'm simply telling you that I would not, if I could suck my own dick, my life would be in a total spiral. I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't have a kid. I would be. It would be the worst thing. It would be the worst thing that I ever loved doing. That's how bad it would be. The worst thing I ever loved doing. It would. I would hate it. I would just simply hate it. So yeah, no. I don't have a way to say if I would do it now, but if I had been doing it, we wouldn't be here today. You know that.
Yeah.
Montreal, why you so quiet?
I just love when Mel explain this shit. This not the first time we said
I
yes to
mean,
this shit.
because think about it. If you're trying to please yourself, that's what masturbation is all about. We're not talking about what you do to another person. We're
Right.
talking about simply just to you, what you would do to yourself. And I don't
I,
think anything that you do to yourself is gay.
I could rub my nip. I could rub my nipples if I want. I could stick my finger up my ass, but I choose not to. So no, I won't do it.
But would
I
you
won't.
consider those things to make you would you be gay if you
You know, I'm
did?
just saying. I just won't stimulate myself that way.
Okay, but you could if you choose not to stimulate.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
okay.
The worst thing that would happen to me is that if I was to suck my dick going downhill. So you're absolutely right, Marcus. I would be a bowling ball of myself because I'm not taking it out. You know what I'm saying? I already committed to the job. I'm going to finish till I get downhill. So yeah, it would be a tragedy.
Did you say sucking your dick down?
It wouldn't work out. God forbid if it's snow. God forbid if it's snow. Because if it's snow, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different thing. I'm just telling you, bro, it's my dick. You know what I'm saying? You say what you do, what you gonna do with yours. I'm just simply saying if it was mine, we wouldn't even have this conversation because I wouldn't even know you, bro. I would not know you. I might
All
let
my
it
time.
my life would be awful. I wouldn't have a job, I wouldn't have no kids. No, I wouldn't even have a cell phone. I wouldn't have nothing.
Y'all thought I was the one, huh?
Lord.
It's just like it's to yourself, whatever. Like that, he's pleasuring himself. Who are
And mind
you?
you, I would be proud. The fact that I could do it, I wouldn't have no shame in it.
Her own titty. Like, are you serious? You gonna say she's gay because she sucked her own titty? It's
Right.
happening.
I don't
The rule
exactly.
of life is strange because women get away with a lot of shit that a man can't get away with at all.
Well, doing masturbation, it's really supposed to just be you and you. So the only person judging you or looking at you in any kind of way, like Mel said, he don't want to look himself in the mirror. That's him. So I think it's a lot of people that would suck and lick and do whatever to their own genitalia. They just might not share it with the world.
Right. You would at least try it, like you said.
Right? Try it. You may want to try it.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question, Mel. Let me ask you this question. Do you have a snowball?
I draw the line of snowballing, bro. I draw the line.
So you gonna
was
come in
saying-
your own mouth? You just suck your own dick.
Oh, wait. See, that would pose
Right.
that would be something different.
Snowball
I
has to
don't
come
think
from somebody else's mouth to your mouth. Like it's
Yeah.
there's a
It's
third
still his
party.
cum.
It's still a
Yeah,
third
no.
party.
Listen, one thing you know about me, 1-5 is I'm not an Indian giver. It's yours. You earned it. It's yours to do with what you please. In regards to whether or not I would do it to myself, that would be a dilemma I would have to fight with because I know I did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I want to see it to the end. So, you know what I'm saying? I would have to decide whether or not I want to yank back. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a whole entire thing. I mean, but just know that the fact that I could You know what I'm saying? If I was to meet everybody, I would be telling you like, yo, look how big my dick is. I could just do like this and suck it. It would be, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, there are people that do all types of things. You know, Montreal, are you okay?
Yeah.
You wore your shirt for this. You good?
I wore my shirt for this.
So listen, this is our last segment of Cocktail and Convo for
This how we gonna end it?
yeah. I think we should leave it right there until give them something to think about. Give them something to think about us later. The same way as nobody has told me if they've done a dick dog yet. You know what I mean? We're gonna leave it with dick dog. Yeah, all that good stuff. New vocabulary, right? You learn new vocabulary word, snowballing. Yes, if you don't know what snowballing is, you ejaculate in someone's mouth, and then they take that ejaculation that's in their mouth and they spit it into your mouth, causing a snowball effect. Yeah. We teach you so much here on Cocktail and Convo.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, try it. If you can suck your own or eat your own, try it. I don't know.
And just know that if I could, you know what I'm saying, and you came to the table, you're gonna have to live up to my standards. Like, no, bitch, that's not how it get done. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing that can happen is I can suck my own dick. You know what I'm saying?
Most women taste their stuff anyway.
Who told you that? Who told you?
So you don't lick your feet. So you don't taste yourself.
Wow.
You taste yourself.
Who told you about their self?
You don't taste yourself.
No.
This coming from a guy who gives 4 minutes. What?
Montreal, so women, you think women now the thing about it is I've seen where men have thought this is sexy in their minds to take their fingers out of you or whatever the case is and try to put it in your mouth. That's not the same as you going down there and then saying, and a lot of people, even when you see it on porn and stuff like that, it's for the visual. It's to try to entice somebody. It's not because you're like, I love the way I taste. Like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
So when dude pull out and you finish it, ain't that like cleaning it off?
It's kissing her after she finishes you, like cleaning it off.
After you come out of it and she suck you off, like clean it off, like
cover her mouth and then she kisses you. Is that you cleaning it off?
No, never.
You would never kiss her in her mouth?
Never. I only like kissing it after she sucked my dick. Like, nah.
What does your dick have? What problems does your dick have that you like that we need to be aware about? That you
I just don't want nothing to do with my penis nowhere near my mouth. Nothing.
Huh?
I just don't want nothing about dick nowhere near my mouth.
Do you trust your dick?
I trust my dick.
Yeah, some people do ass to mouth. They do ATM.
You know what? You can close it out. Shut this shit down now.
Hell yeah, quote your sources.
That like really?
Yeah, quote your sources.
So you'll do a kiss, but not the tongue. Okay. Well, listen, y'all. This Cocktail and Convo. Yeah, I'm gonna let the co-pilot. Oh shoot, we gotta give away 2 tickets. Oh my, Queen, do we have a question? Montreal, do you have a question? Anybody have a question?
Who's our Black History person?
Your birthday show, so it'd be guess your favorite something. I don't know.
Anybody know my actual birthday?
I was gonna say that actually.
Birthday. Whoever can answer wins my actual.
Who knows her actual birthday?
You
just doing day and month.
Yeah, just day and month. We ain't gotta do years.
Day and month.
Just day and month. I don't need y'all years.
You
can answer when is my actual birthday. Oh, snap.
Derek got it.
February the 28th is my actual birthday. I will be celebrating on Friday, March the 4th. Big celebration going down 40th. Big up. Yay, Derek.
My man Derek, bro. Be in the building, son.
Right. coming in and down. That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure that y'all are in the building celebrating.
Message
with-
her so she can get you your
Right.
ticket.
They might give you your tickets. Yo, make sure that you guys are in the building. Kocktail and Convo will be in the building. Anybody and everybody that could possibly, if I ever made you laugh, bring your ass. You understand that? If I ever made you feel
Bring
good,
that
your
ass.
ass. We are celebrating life, the
Your
world,
ass.
all that
Bring
good stuff. We're gonna have a great time. Wonderful event. Make sure you either hit myself up for tickets or you can go on to Eventbrite Stiletto 40ish.eventbrite.com. I'm gonna let my co-pilots tell you where they can find, where you can find them and things of that nature. Queen, because you are the lady of the show, please let us know. Martin, you coming? Okay, Martin. I'm gonna see you.
Hey. Yeah, so we hope to see you guys on the 4th. We're gonna have so much fun. Queen Ray 22, RGF Entertainment, because I be taking pictures a little bit. That's where you can find me on social medias.
I know
Thanks
that.
for guys for coming through, commenting, and having fun with us.
Yes. And Queen had that Hennessy, that strawberry
Yeah.
Hennessy. Yeah, we're gonna have to relive that whole moment again in birthday celebration land, okay? Indeed, because I'm liking it. Montreal Anthony from the 1-5, also known as 007, also known as Miami Ready. You can tell he on his CIA weekend. What's going on, Montreal? Tell them where they can find you or not find you or something.
Y'all can find me right here on Kocktailz Konvo next Tuesday. You can find me at the Stiletto Experience the 4th. Come out March the 4th. I'll be there. I know y'all got a lot of questions. Y'all want to meet me in person. Y'all want to see how weird I am. So come on out and see those things. You feel me?
He might even wear the shirt.
Huh?
You gonna wear the shirt?
I'm not gonna wear the shirt. I'm not gonna wear the shirt.
That's his date night shirt. You went on a date.
I'm gonna wear another shirt. I'm not gonna wear this one.
Okay. You gonna put on lotion?
Ignore the question.
I'm not gonna put on lotion.
God damn it! I thought it
We'll
was
bring
a-
some for you. So when you
Why
shake
do I
hands,
bring-
and we'll rub it on your hand.
But where can they find you, Emma? Outside of those places, you there anything else you want to drop? Any knowledge you want to leave them with tonight?
Yeah, man. People do better. Do better at looking at life for what it is. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Understand what I'm saying when I say that. Accept life for what it is. Don't try to sugarcoat shit. Don't try to paint a picture that you never saw before. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Have people gotten you to try to get you to say today's date, Montreal?
Yeah, Montreal, by you being from Baltimore, can you say today's date?
2/22/22.
Representing for the Baltimore, giving all
Hilarious.
the all right, Melly Mel 80 proof. Listen, you child. You've been doing a lot this evening. Montreal, I just want you to know somebody said you like John Travolta from Dance.
Yeah.
All right. But 80 proof.
We had a great show. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I do think that if anybody busts in on 1-5 based on that shirt, it'll be Chris Hansen. It won't be no black dude trying to catch a predator. So that's why I think that's going to go down. I would suggest that everyone learn to love themselves. Loving yourself can't be gay. You know what I'm saying? That's not gay. If loving you is wrong, then you don't want to be right. Love yourself each and every week by bringing that ass out March 4th to Stiletto's birthday party. We'll be in the building. No half pints. No, you can be wild, but no half pints. If anybody's caught trying to take a picture with anybody with any half pints, you will be escorted out immediately. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. We had a great show. Thank you for the comments. And we don't follow 80 Proof on Instagram. And as opposed to what is you now?
That's what I'm talking about on Instagram. As opposed to what? Look at him, he got a whole bunch of different little stuff
Got a whole
going on.
spiel going
I
on.
hear you. That's what's up. So you already know who I am. I am comedian Sluttle, and if you don't know now, you know. Okay. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Make sure that you come out March the 4th to my birthday celebration. It is a Pisces bash. It is going to be crazy. It is going to be phenomenal. I want everybody and anybody that I've ever touched to make sure that they come out and then have that experience with me. So yeah. So I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, until the next episode, Cocktail and Convo every single Tuesday. So we will be on next Tuesday to remind you about next Friday. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, tune in next week, please and thank you. Follow us. Bye. Bye. Wait, I gotta get my whole cast on this so we can all say bye together.
Keep
Bye.
pushing forward. Remember Black History Month.
Black History Month. We're all every day, all day. Except for Montreal. God damn. Bye.